This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me, Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is what we're looking at for the Tuesday, May 27th games, specifically for MLB. Now, yesterday we did 3 pitcher plays. We all went under on all 3 of them. And I know that I say this on every single show, and I know that there's some people out there that still ignore what I say and then they complain about it. But when I do more than one play, you're still using the same amount of bankroll as if I did one play. So if let's say if you plugged your bankroll into the bankroll management tool and it said you could spend $10 for whatever Travis finds on the show, that doesn't mean when I do 3, you're doing $10 each one. That means you're just dividing. So you're doing 3 and change for each of those 3. Or if I finish on 1, then you can do 10 for the full one. So you're not doing any more or less. So it doesn't matter if I do 10 and you lose, you're still risking the same amount of money. So the people out there that just try to ignore everything I say and then do things their own way, then complain about it, that's on you. If you lost 3 times the amount for doing the 3 things yesterday, that's not my fault. That's your fault. But it is also crazy that we, no matter how hard we try, cannot win on Mondays. We crush every single day of the week. We cannot win on Monday shows. So moving forward, if we do continue Monday shows, just do the opposite. You should be already doing the opposite based on the Monday crazy losing streak. But every other day, great. Mondays, for whatever reason, not so great. I sent you guys emails. I posted on social media. I blasted this in the Discord. The MLB spread predictor is literally printing money. It's been printing money. I've been saying this every show since April 22nd. But Saturday it crushed it. Sunday it crushed it. And then Monday, yesterday, that's when I put out the things. It said that if you did $100 on just every single time, the AI projected that the +1.5 side of the MLB game would hit. Not that you just are betting every +1.5 side, but if the AI projects that's the side that's going to hit. If you did that for all of the games on Saturday and all of the games on Sunday, if you bet $100 just on all of them, just for math's sake, you'd be up almost $900, $834 to be exact. Then we had Monday games. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Monday also crushed it. I will put out I'll probably create another graphic and blast it out and email it to you guys as well, including the Monday numbers, because Monday also we were nearly lights out for that as well. If you are in a legal betting state, you are doing yourself and your family and your bankroll a disservice by not using the MLB spread predictor. I don't care if you I like MLB money lines. I don't care if you prefer player props. If you are in a state that allows for MLB spread bets, what are you doing betting if you're not telling the hottest prediction sports betting tool in North America? I guarantee you will not find one hitting at the rate the MLB spread predictor is. Does that mean only do the MLB spread predictor? No, you can bet whatever you want to bet. But if you are excluding the hottest tool in North America over the last month, I don't know what your main goals are with betting. I have no idea. I'm not sure. But that being said, let's one of these days I'm going to do a show for MLB spread predictor. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But today I already have it kind of set up for for spread props. So something I was going to mention here is there's a brand new feature that if you paid attention to the Discord, you saw it, or if you played around with it, you might see there's something new here. Wink, wink, wink. It's the Bet Now button. You might be thinking to yourself, Travis, what does the Bet Now button do? Exactly what it says. It lets you bet now on any of these players. So 3.5 Brady Singer over, or if you want to go under, click the under, or you can do this on the player profile page after you click on them. So right now these are all over lines because that's what's toggled here, right? So if I click Bet Now, it'll show me 2 specific sports books, DraftKings and FanDuel. It'll show me what the line is on FanDuel, and it'll show me what the odds are for the line as well. So I just clicked the DraftKings button, the Bet Now button on DraftKings. Look at this. It automatically loaded the exact prop that you clicked on. It's already here right on the screen. So all we do is we tap once to bring up the book options, which right now we just built this for DraftKings and FanDuel. You tap on the sportsbook you want. It'll automatically pull it up. If you're on your phone, it'll pull up the mobile app if you're already logged into it, and it'll automatically have that bet in your bet slip. This is the craziest piece of technology we have added this calendar year. This is one of the crazier things. I'm extremely excited about it. All I did is click this Bet Now button here. Does the same thing for FanDuel. You don't have to spend time searching like, oh, I really like Brady Singer over. Let me see if I can find that on DraftKings. That is in the past. You just tap on this button and it pulls it up for you. I don't know. I'm extremely excited about this because it was very, very hard technology-wise to figure out, but we figured it out. And so now we just have to work on other books as well. And I know there's people out there like, oh man, I wish I was in a sports betting state. We're working on the non-sports betting states too, for the player prop thing, like Price Picks and Underdog and that stuff. But just keep your peepers popping in the Discord when that drops. But yeah, that's probably the most technically advanced thing we've dropped this calendar year, and I'm pretty excited about it. And we're gonna add new sports books, add the prop apps, all that other stuff. But enough jibber jabber. Let's find something for MLB props for Tuesday. Actually, how many WNBA games do we have? 4. So we got 4 WNBA games. Let me just see real quick. Any trifectas? We got a few of them. The AI's been under Kelsey Plum, colored Plume, because I can say what I want. But they've been under her for a while, and so we played the under here. We faded it, then she went under here. Technically, her line was higher, so she went under on this one too and this one, but then she exceeded her line here. So she's very hot and cold with this new Sparks team, so we're not going to touch that. The AI still doesn't like player points in terms of all the lines. Like if you look at all the differences, all of the differences are negative. So we're simply having to figure out which one's going to hit. And I mean, we're on that WNBA streak right now. The last show we did on Friday, which was Asia Wilson's under, hit that as well. So the biggest percentage difference is Ryan Howard, former number 1 overall pick, versing Kelsey's team. Let's see here. So she's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games already. Wow. She hit this 3 out of the first 4, and then back to back, she has shot 2 for 12 and 4 for 17. So horrendous shooting performances. I mean, 5 for 17 is pretty bad as well. But 40 minutes, 37 minutes, 36, 38. So she's getting 30 plus minutes. But the AI does not think that she's going to hit an 18.5 line. Very interesting. Who else do we like for WNBA? I mean, that's the biggest point difference. Percentage difference, which is what, like 6.16. And then for Sabali, we also have a little bit higher of a gap. Actually, hold on. The sportsbooks favor Ryan's over. Minus 120 on her over, minus 110 on the under. So she's technically not a trifecta. Sabali doesn't have an over-under. No. So the only thing that's a trifecta is nobody. Alyssa Thomas, minus 125. Alyssa Thomas is the only trifecta because she's got the sportsbooks are actually siding with the under on that one. But she's also versus Chicago when they can't win a game to save their life. So yeah, there's nothing really here that's jumping out at me. So we're going to go ahead and hop back over to MLB real quick, instead of forcing a points play there. But nothing's popping out. I'm pretty sure there's a handful of Tuesday games for baseball. So let's see if we can find a trifecta on the pitching side. 3 and 17 for strikeouts. Click the over button. Brady Singer, yes. JP Sears, no. Joe Ryan, yes. So the yes and no's I'm just doing, is there at least a 1.0 difference between the strikeout line and the projection? For JP Sears, there isn't, because it's like 0.85. But we don't want to go over on him anyway because he's versing Houston. And as you see, there's a lot of red here. We don't like versing teams that have a lot of red. They're versing Tampa Bay, and over the last 3 games, Tampa Bay has struck out the second least amount of times. So I'm not in love with Joe Ryan here. I know Kansas City. I think, do we have a ban list rule for Kansas City? Hold on. MLB ban list channel. Over K props against Kansas City. So Kansas City normally is the least strikeoutiest team, right? And so they're actually they took over San Diego Padres being the least strikeoutiest team for the season. But they've been striking out a lot in the last 3 games. Brady Singer is also a former Royal, and so, but you could tell by his picture. So he's versing his former team, and I wonder if that gives him an edge because he knows tendencies of his former teammates. So Brady Singer's a maybe, even though I know this is a ban list rule, but we also want to factor in that was put on the ban list like before the season started. They aren't striking out this season, but recently we may want to ride that wave where Brady can get 4. But we'll put that in our back pocket. So everybody else is an underplay. Cade Horton, we have a rule if we don't go under strikeouts versus Colorado. Also, Colorado is the second most strikeouts in the league this season, 3rd most in the last 3. We're definitely not going under that line. Colorado versus Chicago. Chicago is pretty much in the middle. 16th, right in the middle. 19th, almost in the middle for the season. 16th in the last 3. Except for it's not a trifecta because the sportsbooks are favoring the over. Then we have Corbin Burns. Sportsbooks favor the under. It is technically a trifecta, but Pittsburgh is the 9th most strikeoutiest team this season, 10th most in the last 3 games. So, and also, he's on a streak of, he averaged 9 Ks in his last 2 starts. 8 innings pitched 3. Like, this guy, up until recently, like, oh yeah, he's definitely an underplay. But then 10 Ks against Colorado. I mean, anybody can strike out Colorado. That's why we don't go under against them. And then the Dodgers as well. Yeah. 6.5 is a number I would like to go under on, but I don't think we're going to be doing an under today. So Brady Singer, he's got strikeout potential. He's got 8.73. So he's got 6 or more strikeouts, 4 out of 5 starts here, starting at the beginning of the season. And then he's kind of tapered down. 4 strikeouts, 2. I mean, he got lit up here, 2.1 innings pitched, 6 innings pitched, 5. For overplays, we like both of these K numbers to be 20%, and his righty is right at 19.6, so he's just shy of that one. Let me look at I want to pull up the team trends and get more of an idea on the last 3 here. So where are they at? 9th, they said. He's versing Pittsburgh, was it? Yeah. So they're right here for last 3. And they're 9th for the season right here. So they're pretty consistently striking out. That's what we were looking at, right? Looking at versus Pittsburgh? No. What the heck am I thinking about? Pittsburgh's not even in this equation. Kansas City is what I was looking for. Oh, my goodness. Kansas City, the least strikeoutiest team for the season, overtook San Diego. But for doing it by the most recent games, they have 9.33 strikeouts over their last 3. Their last game in general was 4. So maybe this is a fluke situation. I don't know. I don't know. Look at some other stats. There's not a pitching strikeout that I'm in love with. Check non-trifectas here. Sportsbooks are definitely favoring Corbin Burns under 6.5. Minus 180 line. Maybe me accidentally choosing Pittsburgh was a sign, because Michael Burrows of Pittsburgh is not a trifecta. He's got 2 starts, 3.1 innings, 2 Ks, pitched a full 5, 77 pitches, 4 runs, 3 Ks. And Arizona is the 27th least, so they're 3 from the bottom. They're the 3rd least strikeoutiest team. And then right there for the last 3 as well. It's in Arizona, Dome Stadium. Don't need to worry about weather or wind. This guy, an abysmal 9.1% strikeout rate against righties, a decent 22% against lefties. But then again, he's only had 9 plate appearances against lefties. So he's not versed too many lefties. So essentially the switch hitters here, Ketel Marte, Geraldo Perdomo. I mean, there are a lot of lefties in this lineup, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. So essentially 4 lefties, 5 righties. But the question is Arizona going to light them up early enough to kick them out of the game? And they just haven't been striking out too much in general. I don't really like the fact, I mean, it's only 9 at-bats. So his walk rate is half of his strikeout rate. So he strikes out twice as many people as he walks. He's given up 3.4 home runs to lefties over a 9-inning period. So essentially, if he pitched an entire game against lefties and he pitched a full 9 innings, he would have averaged 3.4 home runs, and it's 3.9 against righties. So he's given up a decent home run average. If he played a full 9 innings only against righties, he would finish with 3.9 strikeouts, which is under 4. But then at lefties, he would finish with 6.7. And we're not going to say he's going to pitch a whole 9 innings. The most he's pitched so far this season is 77. 77 pitches. Even though there's only 1 game recorded for the accuracy, if we have at least 2 here, that's the bare minimum. He's not a trifecta play because his projection's at 3. But the Sportsbook's favorite, he's... yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to get like a longer leash, and those first 2 games are him getting like warmed up. So yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not sure how I feel. Let's look at some other stuff. A lot of you guys like pitching outs. Not a huge fan of pitching outs personally, but look at this guy. So 15 outs is 5 innings because there's 3 outs in an inning. So it's saying he's not going to get 5.1 innings pitched or more, that he's going to get pulled before he gets an out in the 6th inning. That's what 15.5 means. He did 7 innings here, 3 innings here, 7 innings here. It's the biggest percentage difference. Let me look at the overs. Spencer Strider, I don't trust that guy at all yet. Well, this is interesting. So I'm looking at the accuracies, and the accuracies are kind of meh, except for this guy right here, JP Sears. But the projection's too close to the outs, so I don't want to really touch that. Pitching outs is not my second favorite thing anyway. Typically, when we leave strikeouts, we go to hits, runs, RBIs. So hits, runs, RBIs, for those who aren't familiar with it, you know they do not, if it's 0.5, they do not need to get one of each. They get one of any. If they get one hit, it's a cash. If they get one run, it's a cash. If they get walked and the next person up hits a home run, cash. If they get an RBI, somebody's on third and they hit a sacrifice fly to drive them in, that's a cash. So maybe we'll take a peek at this. The percentage differences are always based on the line, and when the line's less than 1, you're always going to see something in the hundreds. So Brandon Marsh versus Atlanta has the highest difference, 377%, because he's got 1.88 over the line. His game he had 2 days ago, he got 3 of all of them collectively. He had a gap where he didn't get any hits or anything whatsoever against Colorado, and Las Vegas. Today he's versing Atlanta. Let me see. Is he versing a righty or a lefty? He's versing Spencer Strider. I don't want to pick somebody versing Spencer Strider because he is a really good pitcher and he's coming off a very bad injury where he missed the entire last season. But I don't want to. We don't like touching people that are returning from injury, even though he's had a start since returning from injury. I don't like betting against aces. Let's see here. His first game against Chicago yesterday did not get any hits, runs, or RBIs. That came off a 3-game streak of 1, 4, and 3. Batting average sucks. So, I don't want to force things, guys. We're gonna have to go back to. I'm gonna go back to WNBA, or maybe let's look at NBA. Look at the playoff game tonight. I don't want to force something. Oh, so we did that. You see it kicked back. That means nobody fits our trifecta. Or nobody fits the filters. There's nobody that's a line of 15 or higher and a difference of 20% or higher. So we're going to go to WNBA then, because we got more than one game. I'm going to go to PRA. That's my second stat I do for basketball leagues. The minimum line here, I believe, is 20. Still with a percentage difference of 20. We have 1. Ryan Howard. But the sportsbooks are favoring the over, and DraftKings won't even let you bet the under. There's absolutely nothing I like so far that we've checked. And I'm not going to pick something just to pick something. So maybe we go to the spread tools that have been hitting pretty good. MLB. So there is a channel that is free to view in our free Discord that you should be in because it's free. If you don't do the free things available to you, stop betting because that means you don't care enough about winning. The people that care enough about winning, they do the free stuff. They download the free app, they subscribe to the free YouTube channel, and they get in the free Discord. But let's look at it. I'm just going to pull up my cheat sheet here, not on screen, so I don't have to go back and forth. So in this example, the top one is Philly plus 1.5. And we've specifically focused on the plus 1.5s because they're hitting a heck of a lot more than the minus 1.5s, which you can see in the cheat sheet in the free spread rules, MLB spread rules channel. It has all the cheat sheets in it. So now I'm going to look real quick on my cheat sheet and see how is Philly plus 1.5 performed. The last time I updated it, they were 1-1. So they've only been plus, the AI has only favored Philly plus 1.5. Essentially twice in the cheat sheet, and I know I updated the I was updating the wins and losses yesterday, and you're gonna see it in that channel that I'm referencing. You're gonna see it when I update it after the show's over with. I want to see if there's any Philly plus 1.5s in the last over Saturday and Sunday. No. So yeah, it still seems like it's minus, or it's 1-1. Let me look back at yesterday. Do we have a Philly plus 1.5 yesterday? Did they play yesterday? I don't think they played yesterday. Nah, they didn't play. So I still think it's the Philly plus 1.5 is 1-1. me pull up the rules now. Okay, so Philly is a 75.96% chance to cover the plus 1.5. That would be in the 60 to 80 range for those using the cheat sheet and the free channel and the free Discord that I gave to you. And if you're like, oh, show the cheat sheet on screen, no, stop being lazy and get in the free Discord. Plus 1.5 between 60 and 80. That is hitting at a whopping 60.37%. That alone. So I think that's what we're going to be doing, ladies and gents. We went back and forth. We looked at things. We weren't in love with it. I'm not going to ever tell you something on the show that I'm not in love with. But I really like Philly plus 1.5 here. So get that. And if you're like, well, which sportsbook do I use? Go to the odds comparison tool on the website. You go to this, you change this to spread, and it will say, okay, if you're going to do plus 1.5 Philly, Atlanta, Philly, where are you guys at? There we go. If you're going plus 1.5 for Philly, the best payout is on ESPN Bet. But it looks like a lot of them are pretty neck and neck here for this game. Oh, sorry, that's Moneyline. Duh. The best payout is on DraftKings. Plus 1.5 is minus 175. So, yeah. The best payout, DraftKings. If you have DraftKings, chances are you have FanDuel. And don't bet on FanDuel because they're going to pay you less when you win. And the whole point of sports betting is to make the most money possible when you are correct. So that's what we're locking in, ladies and gents. Took us a while to get there, but we got there. And I think it's like our first non-player prop for this MLB season. So maybe we're going to start a brand new streak. Didn't want to force the WNBA at play. Didn't fall in love with anything. There wasn't any trifectas for MLB that made sense for the matchups. For strikeouts we were looking at. But this kind of makes sense. So lock it in. Good luck. And if you like money, if you like to have more money than what you lose, it's probably in your best interest in your sports betting state to start using the MLB spread predictor that has been printing cash for the last 40 days. We'll see you in the Discord, which is free, which you should be in. Get in it. It is free, or stop betting. Only two options. Good luck.